Okay, Saturday, 27th of January, 2024. So clarity. Clarity comes from retrospection. Thinking, planning, pondering, meditating, thinking deep, and other things, doing stuff. Because one important thing that I've discussed a lot about on this channel is clarity. Getting clarity on what you want and equally what you don't want in life. In life, but also with your life. What you don't want to do or where you don't want to be or what you don't want to see or have. Very important. Knowing what not to and what to have. Very important. So clarity. Now, where does clarity come from? As I said, research, introspection, doing stuff, living a life, doing things. If you're static in life, doing nothing at all, you're going to get nothing at all. But when you are thinking, you're being retrospective, you're being objective, thinking, was I right? Was I wrong? To what extent? You're planning and imagining and creating, you're doing stuff in life, you're not stagnant. Then you start to realize, just through experience, just through mileage, what you do and don't want, just by doing things in life. I've been to every corner of the UK, and I've seen all kinds of things in roads and places in the UK, and I know different kinds of places where I do and don't want to live. Some parts of the East Midlands and West Midlands are not ideal. In the north and in the west, in Shropshire or Lake District or Wales and North Wales are nice places to live. And that clarity has come from going there, by doing stuff, by physically travelling to these places and seeing it from my own two eyes, as opposed to relying on vlogs or videos, other things out there, which are helpful, but with your own two eyes, with your own hands, it's more impactful, more meaningful, more memorable. So we achieve clarity through also thinking as well. Thinking and planning and desiring and what we want and don't want. I came up with the phrase for myself, live wealthy and well internationally, when I was on a date in about, years and years ago, maybe spring 2018. I think, I really can't remember. Or 2017, something like that. I think spring 2018. I strongly believe so. I came across that phrase because someone asked me in a date. She asked me something like, what's your plan or purpose in life? And I just said, I was thinking about it for a few moments. Then I said, live wealthy and well internationally. And that phrase has stuck with me. And by doing stuff and going out into the world, in this case, going on a date that went nowhere, she asked me that question rather, innocently, let's say, without thinking too much about it, whatever. I came up with an answer that changed my life up until today, that I still carry with me today, that level of focus I have. And then with that focus, I have clarity. That clarity gives me a benchmark what I do and don't want. So it's powerful. And that was just by doing stuff. By being in different parts of the UK, by going and seeing different people, I get more clarity in life. Yeah. Now, you can also get it by being retrospective in your life, thinking back, being critical about what you did and didn't do, or what you like and didn't like, by talking and thinking and planning and imagining what could have been improved, what could have been better, what went wrong, what could I have changed. And I don't mean looking at it through rose-tinted glasses, but looking at reality, facing it head on, taking the bull by the horns and saying that was not good, that was good, more of that, less of this. Perfect. And doing stuff as well. Combine that with doing stuff, you can't go wrong. That's how I came to realize that Spanish was a good language to learn, by continuing to do it, continuing with the habit, doing things, and then thinking, how can I use this in my life, in my business, in my future? There are ways. Perfect. So we get clarity by, you could argue, by living life, really, now I think about it. Going out there and doing things with your life, with your time. Now, nothing wrong with staying at home and working and building and whatever else and relaxing, by all means. But we have to prioritize these things. There's a time for this, there's a time for that, there's a time for this. Time for exercise, time for eating, time for travel, time for everything. It's a balance, really, when you think about it. So I guess, in some way then, you have to almost like budget how much clarity you want in time. If you want max amount of clarity in so much short space of time, you've got to really push and work hard for it. If you're not really bothered as much or not actively doing, yeah, it's going to take a long, long time. But you know, it's your life. You live it how you want. So yeah, clarity. Do stuff. Just do stuff. Think, plan, ponder, imagine, dream, challenge, create. You do it, and things happen. And things happen. I used to have this job years ago in South Manchester, and I think had that job been a little closer to home, I would have done more of that job. And this is 2016 spring. But it was all that time that took me to get there. 1 hour there, 1 hour back, so 2 hour round trip at least, I guess. It made me realise that having a job, working there, was really not for me. Now, had things been different, it would have been more bearable, more manageable. But the logistics and time was that tipping edge, that just that right thing to tip me to say this is not for me. Working for somebody else. I much prefer to work for myself. Powerful stuff. So you have to discover these things for yourself. What is for you, what isn't for you, what works, what doesn't work. It's part of life. And the sooner you get that clarity, the better, because you waste less time. If you're adrift in life, don't know what to do, then objectively, like I said earlier, look at reality as it is, head on, take the bull by the horns. You're wasting time. You're wasting time because you could be using that same precious time to do something and create something, achieve something sooner, as opposed to later. Now, nothing wrong with having fun and, in general, enjoying life. But remember, what's the life expectancy of people in the UK, in America, wherever else where you're living? You tell me. And then you compare that number to your current age. That's a long time. You got to do something in that time. And then if you think long term, you've got to do something worthwhile that future generations benefit from. Important. Yeah, so clarity is fundamental. Once you have that, that's like the foundation, the building block. Everything else can be built on top of it. Clarity, what you do and don't want. I say, when a thing comes into, when I get an idea or a thing comes my way, I always ask, does this thing bring me closer to my goals? Yes, no, maybe. If it's a no or a maybe, then automatically it's a no. If it's a yes, do it. If it's a hell yes, definitely do it. No questions asked. Bump it up that priority list. Yeah, I want to achieve things. I want to achieve cool, worthwhile things in this life. And clarity is the foundation, what I do and don't want. And I achieve that by doing stuff, by thinking, by being retrospective, planning and pondering in the past. What could I have changed? What could I have done better? Definitely. So, clarity, how cool is that? So otherwise then, you will see me tomorrow.